I hope you are good. I wanted to pop on here and talk a little bit about my experience over the last 7 days with my intermittent fasting. So I have been sharing, since I got back from Vegas, we actually launched a program and products that support intermittent fasting. And the day that I got back from Vegas, I decided to start because I actually go on holiday today. We're leaving in about 20 minutes. And I wanted to take this opportunity to come on here and share my experience because we're actually going to be launching a support group. And this is the important part about this. A support group with the 7-day Fresh Start products starting on the 22nd of July. So I want to share with you a little bit about my experience so that you can see whether it's something that could be a fit for you, if it's something you're curious about, or maybe you'll just want to kind of listen and just see. So for me, I had tried intermittent fasting before. Let me know if you have, pop it in the comments. So I had tried it before and I didn't love it. I didn't like the way that I felt on it, and I felt low energy. I just felt a bit rubbish. I didn't really feel myself. I didn't feel like I was getting the most out of my workouts and things like that. So I was actually quite reluctant to try this, and actually what's quite funny is I've got a box of the 7-day Fresh Start support products here, which I got given in January when I was in Hawaii for Arbonne's leadership retreat, and I haven't even touched them. Look, so I've got another full set here. I haven't even tried. Because of that experience with fasting, I just kind of told myself a story of this is not for me, maybe it's for some people and not others, and that is true, by the way. Intermittent fasting is not for everyone, but it can support a lot of people if you do it properly, and this is the key thing. So what I have learned since, because we got trained a lot on these products last week at the conference, and I've done my own research as well into this, books like Fast Like a Girl, Dr. Mindy Peltz, she's really good and well known in this kind of field, and listen to lots of different podcasts and lots of different things, and what is very clear to me is that the way that I did it before wasn't the right way for me. So, and for most people it wasn't the right way. So intermittent fasting, and the reason that it wasn't, just to kind of give some clarity on that, was that I wasn't clear on what I was eating in the eating window. So intermittent fasting, the kind of classic example is you do 16 hours fast, you do 8 hours of eating. That's called your eating window. So the mistakes that I made before were, there were so many of them, but one was that I wasn't eating really good food within that 8-hour eating window. I wasn't planning it out properly. I was eating too late and then not being able to break my fast until later in the afternoon. That doesn't really work for a lot of women, especially at my age, like getting towards 40s. Hormonally, that can make quite a big difference in the way that you feel. You're better to have an earlier dinner and then eat a little bit earlier. So these are all things I didn't know. The other thing, and a huge mistake that I made, was that everyone kept talking to me about black coffee. You're allowed black coffee, you're allowed black coffee. So that's what I did, and actually it's hilarious. I've got a big black stain on my carpet here because at that time that I was doing intermittent fasting, I was drinking so much black coffee. I spilled one right over, probably with the jitters, right all over my desk and all over my carpet. Still not got it out, so that's a little memory for me of how that doesn't work for me because I felt so jittery. I think sometimes when you drink strong coffee and too much coffee on an empty stomach, you're not going to feel good. So I wasn't supporting myself with the things that I was having, the things that I was consuming, because I just didn't know any better. So the benefits of intermittent fasting are quite vast. And to be honest, when you start to research into it, which I would really recommend that you do yourself, like I am not an expert, I am not a professional, I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that, I'm not trained in this, but I'm just sharing my own experience. But when you listen to the experts and to the professionals, it's really quite compelling. And the reason that I started doing it in the first place was because I was starting to see lots of people's results and understand the benefits that people were having with intermittent fasting. I was so compelled to do it, but at that time I didn't have the knowledge of how to do it in the right way, so I got it so wrong. So what are the benefits of intermittent fasting? Like, so for me, I'll give you after 7 days. So actually I would say after 2 days, I couldn't believe the difference in my mental clarity. So, and it was interesting because I was actually jet lagged. I came right off of Vegas and I went straight into this 16-hour fast and 8-hour eating window every single day. And I was actually saying to my friend Emma, I think it really helped me with jet lag because I wasn't in bad patterns. Like when you eat during the kind of daylight hours and only during those hours, your body actually resets itself. I felt such clarity and focus after a couple of days. I felt a real feeling of lightness. So the first couple of days, the first like two, I would say day 2, day 3, I felt a little bit bloated, a little bit like bunged up, if that makes sense. You're not in your normal kind of going to the toilet cycle, because generally that's all to do with when you eat and things like that. And obviously if you're not eating at certain periods, you're maybe not kickstarting your metabolism and going to the toilet. So that happened to me, but then what I noticed was day 4, day 5, like this real feeling of like flushing out and this real feeling of lightness came with that, and it felt amazing. Off the back of a week in Vegas, I felt quite bloated, I felt a bit kind of puffy, and that completely cleared. And that's what I've heard people saying, even people that weren't in Vegas, people that have just like, they experienced that day to day, they've felt that real feeling of freshness and lightness in their body from doing this. So it really does feel quite cleansing, but you're not like running to the toilet or anything like that. Here's the scientific stuff that intermittent fasting does. Clears out old unhealthy cells, right? So when you give, the whole point of this is to give your body that rest, digestive rest. So 14, anything over 12 hours, we really should be doing every single night. That kind of window of digestive rest. This is where your body gets to process all the things of the day, flush out all the kind of unhealthy cells. That you get more of that the longer after that 12 hours that you do. And there's all this incredible research on the things that it does. So after 12 hours, your body will start to clear out unhealthy cells. It can really reduce inflammation. So if you suffer from inflammation, it can really help with that. It helps with insulin sensitivity. It helps to tap into fat stores. If you're looking for that, you will increase fat burning. It helps with gut health massively. There's great research on that. So if you are somebody who, if you feel like, right, I've tried everything, I've tried all the sort of diets in the world, nothing seems to work, nothing's making me feel better, or nothing's helping me to like feel good day to day, then it might be for you. If you're struggling with fatigue, if you're struggling with bloating, digestive issues, it might be for you. If you're me and you've dabbled a little bit in fasting before, but you're not sure that you're doing it right, then this might be for you. I mean, the challenge that we've got coming up might be for you. And if you're going through hormonal changes and you're feeling the effects of that, maybe some weight issues, maybe some cravings, maybe just feeling a bit puffy, like I said, then it might be something that you want to look at as well. But I really want to stress, like, there's ways to do it well and there's ways to do it really, really badly. And I think this is so, so important. And this is why we're launching this challenge. And we have the people that I work with, again, this is not me, like, I'm not medically trained, I'm just giving you my own experience, but I work with a couple of doctors and a naturopathic nutritionist and various other health professionals who are guiding us through a UK-wide 7-day fasting challenge on the 22nd of July, and we will be supported. So we'll be supported by these products. And what's crucial about this and why it's so, like, why I think it's such a good thing to be a part of, if you're curious, is that it's going to teach you how to do this correctly so that you get the absolute best results out of it. So you're going to be educated through the whole process. We're actually going to even have a preparation week. So starting next Monday, everyone who's got their pack is in our group. We're going to have a WhatsApp group for support every single day. We're going to be sharing accountability in there, help, support, answering questions, sharing recipes and things like that. But we're also going to have educational stuff. We're going to have 2 webinars. the 15th to the 21st, we're going to prep you. We're going to teach you everything that you need to know about fasting, about how to do it correctly. The doctors are going to do that. The nutritionists are going to do that. They're going to give you everything that you need. You're going to have a really clear plan on the 22nd of July on how this is going to look in your life. You're going to be able to have your cupboards filled with the right foods. You're going to know how to use your products to support this. You're going to know why. You're going to know what to look out for. You're going to know what to avoid. So that's really, in my opinion, so important, because what's the point in doing something if you're not going to do it like to the best ability and with the best possible results? So let me talk you through the products that support this, and this is what Arbonne came out with in Vegas last week, and what I've known about since January but haven't actually tried until last week. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I educated myself and started to understand the huge benefits, because that has made all the difference to me, and I've loved it, and I've got great results from it, and it's something that I will do on a quarterly basis now. So matcha. So this is when you wake up in the morning. So there's 3 products in here. There's matcha. There's 14 matcha teas. There is your Omni-Gut probiotic, and then there's Golden Renewal protein, 7 sachets, right? So this is to see you through the week, okay? So in the morning, you'll get up and you'll have a matcha or 2. So basically what the matcha does is it's a premium grade Japanese matcha, and it's an energy source. So rather than that black coffee, the matcha will make you feel amazing. It'll give you that great energy surge. It'll allow you to do workouts and things if you want to. It has MCT in it, which is like brain fuel. Absolutely amazing for you, for lots of different reasons. But having this in the morning is brilliant, and it helped me to just extend that fasting window a little bit longer than initially felt comfortable. So I would maybe get to like 12, 13 and I'd feel quite peckish, have a matcha, totally fine for about an hour and a half, have another matcha, totally fine for another hour and a half. Then when you're ready to eat, when it's time to break the fast and start your day of eating, your window of eating, you're going to have the Golden Renewal protein. It's in a nicer package than that. This was like the test. This was the test. Oh, hold on. I'm just going to put this off because I'm getting WhatsApp messages. Oh, there we go. So this, the Golden Renewal protein is what you break your fast with. So you just put this in your shaker cup and you have this. And what this is a detoxifying protein blend. Oh no, I've got a child crying downstairs. Let's see how far we can get along with this. So what you've got in this, and I'm going to read my notes now because this is where it gets to the point where I don't understand or I can't pronounce some of the ingredients and I have to use my notes. So there's a few things in this that for you guys that are really into your ingredients, you'll be really, really impressed with. So Mareva circulamine, I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably not. But basically the ingredient in that is an anti-inflammatory. It's an amazing for liver health and a potent antioxidant. You've also got broccoli sprout extract, which contains sulforaphane, I think that's how you pronounce it, which stimulates the body to produce its own antioxidants. And it's great for hormone health because it helps you to metabolize estrogen. So this is important all the time, but it's especially important in perimenopause if anyone's in that place. And it also has milk thistle. It also has 24 grams of pea protein in it. This is amazing, an amazing product, and it tastes so nice. It tastes a bit like, it's got turmeric in it as well. It tastes a bit like turmeric latte, and I really like it. It's kind of spicy flavour. And then finally you have the Omni-Gut. So this is a little tablet probiotic, which is different to what we have at the moment. So I'm just going to try and get it out of here. So the probiotic, you take when you start. So you break your fast with the protein, have a normal eating day, like just enjoy your eating day, which we will guide you through recipes and things like that. And then at the end of your eating window, you will have one of these, the probiotic tablets, and then you'll finish your day, go for a bath, go to sleep, wake up the next day and do it all again for 7 days. And that is how it looks. Now, importantly, when you're in the challenge. So the challenge again starts on the 22nd of July. The prep week is the 15th of July. We'll have a private WhatsApp group for all the help that you need, the support. You'll be in with all the other people that are doing it. You'll get your box of products. You'll get a free guide that's going to take you through absolutely everything that you need to know. You're going to get shopping lists and food guides and recipes and things like that, and 2 webinars that are going to teach you how to do it, how your week's going to look. And then the second webinar actually is going to walk you through how you're feeling on day 3, but also prep you for when you're finished this, how's life going to look after? How can you then incorporate some intermittent fasting into your normal daily life? Or how do you kind of take care of your health on a longer term basis and keep the results that you've got through this 7-day challenge? So I'm really excited for it. I wanted to come on here and share my experience from last week and tell you about my previous bad experience, because I think that's probably, a lot of people probably can relate to that. I feel like sometimes we read things, we give things a go, but without the education behind us, like we're not doing it right and we don't get the results, or we feel rubbish and we think it doesn't work. But actually, we just need to do it in the correct way with the right support, using the right products, having the right guidance. So give me a shout if this sounds interesting, if this is something that you're curious about. Message me. I can give you any more details that you need, and I can send you the information to get started with us on the 22nd. Prep week will open the 15th, so ideally we would get you started this week and get you into the WhatsApp group as of Monday. Okay, I am off to go on holiday. I'll speak to you all soon. Have a good Tuesday. Bye.